This is a simple demo of how to capture images from the screen on a Windows machine to use in your Project 6. In case you don't know how you might do that. Now the first thing I'm going to do, which you can't see, is I'm going to hit the Print Screen button. PRTSCN. It's typically in the upper right area of your keyboard. So I will hit that now, and that captures my entire screen, which happens to be 3 screens wide. Now I'm going to go over here into Photoshop, and I'm going to say create a new file, and it's going to automatically set that up untitled, and it's going to give it the width of the current clipboard, which is where Print Screen put everything that it captured. So I will say OK, and now down here we have a very wide image, and I will press paste, Control V, and there is my entire screen. Now I didn't want my entire screen, so I'll go up here. This is in Photoshop. I'll click the select. I'll select the area that I was interested in right here. I will go up to Image, Crop. Okay, there's our image now. It got really small. I'll go over here and get the magnifier and make it bigger. Okay, so there's our image. It's bigger. In fact, it's bigger than what I can show you in the video right now, but that's okay. Now the next thing we wanted to be able to do is we wanted to be able to take this image and blur it so we could get a sense of the color without a sense of what the actual content is. So we'll go up here to Filter. We'll go to Blur. We'll go to Gaussian Blur. And I had the Gaussian blur set at 9 or 10 pixels. And I like that, so it'll be okay. Come back here and look at my image. There's my image, and it's all blurred out. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking and saying, what does this draw my attention to? And the answer is the area over here. The area with the information just sort of vanished. But notice I've got good headings here, and I'll find these. Now, this is one image that we will want to take, which blurs and let us look at the color without being distracted by what the actual content is. Now there's one more thing we might want to do, and that is we're going to go up here to Image, to Adjustments, and we're going to go to Hue and Saturation. Any version should have that, and it'll come up with this control panel right here. I'm going to take Saturation, take it all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now, what I have here is I have a blurry gray image. This is what you will see from the peripheral part of your eye. So this gives you a blurry gray image. It allows you to look and say, yes, I can actually find the headings. They show up to my periphery just fine, so I've got really good design. This white space here shows up on my periphery, and these images show up as being very dark in high contrast, so I'll pop over no problem at all. So what I've got is I've got 2 approaches. I captured an image. I blurred it with the Gaussian blur. That let me look at the color. And then I desaturated it so I could look at a blur gray image and analyze how this is going to look to the periphery of my eye.